This is not a personal attack. This is a forensic review of behavior, power, and control. For over 9 years on the national stage, and more than 3 decades in Davao, a consistent pattern has emerged. Intimidation, retaliation, dominance. These are not isolated events. They form a psychological profile. We deserve an explanation grounded not in propaganda, but in evidence, in science, in governance, in behavior. This is not about personalities. This is about patterns. This is not news. This is signal. They called it leadership, but it looked more like intimidation. The Duterte dynasty didn't just rise with power. It normalized the language of threat, cruelty, and fear. This is not a family. This is a franchise of coercion. Psychologists call it antisocial dominance, a style of control built on force, not persuasion. In the Duterte psyche, empathy is a liability. Violence is a shortcut. Father, daughter, son, each carrying the same behavioral playbook. Dominate first, justify later. When dissent is met with death threats, when critics are labeled as enemies, you're no longer in a democracy. You're in a fiefdom ruled by fear. In the Duterte framework, brutality isn't accidental. It's operational. Punishment becomes policy. Blood becomes legacy. The state didn't fail, it surrendered. Surrendered to a man who laughed at rape, cursed at God, and built loyalty through terror. Even institutions bowed. Media was tamed. Justice was twisted. In Duterte's Philippines, silence was the price of survival. Paula, Sarah, the next generation didn't fall far from the bloodstained tree. This isn't evolution, it's replication. And it wasn't just the bloodline. Even common law ties followed the code. One partner of the clan, with no official title, no political post, struck a police officer in the head with a cell phone or similar hard object. No remorse, no hesitation, just reflex. In behavioral terms, it's called modeled aggression, when individuals absorb violent norms from their environment, not because they were told to, but because that's how the family moves. Because in a system that rewards the fist, the gun, and the insult, monsters are not born, they are groomed. This is not news, this is signal. A signal of a state captured by a family whose only political dialect was fear.